पंडो गुरु पर परम परागा सुरुचि सुवास सरस अनुरागा अमेय मोरे मय चूरन चारु समन सकल भवरोज परिवारु सुकृते शंभो तन बेमल विभूति मंजुल मंगल मोद प्रसूति जनमन मंजो मुकुर मल हर किए तिलक गुण गान बस करनी. I will glorify Guruji. Recite your Guru mantra. Focus upon the form of Guru. Dhyan Mulam Guru Murti. We all know that. And if not, then the form of Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Shiv, Sri Ram, any of these divine forms. First Tulsidas says so beautifully, it may be possible for a ship to sail on land, but what will always be impossible is for an individual to get the grace of the Lord, to experience that Brahmanand without the grace of the Guru. So let's continue. I will focus upon Guruji. Janaman manjo mokur mal harani किए तिलक गुण गान बस करनी. श्री गुरु गुरु बाबा श्री गुरु पर नख मनि मन ज्योति सुमिरत देव्य दृष्टि होती दलन मोहत तमसो प्रकाशो बर भागवोर आवै जासो उगर हे बेमल वेलोचन हे के मित ही दोष दुख भव रजनी के सोजहि हे रामचरित मनि मानिक गुप्त प्रकट जह जो जेहि खानिक जय गुरुदेवा श्री गुरुदेवा Gurudeva, Shri Gurudeva. Jaya Rama, Shri Rama, Shri Rama, Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Rama. We stay focused on Guruji. Kirtanam. Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah. Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve. Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve. Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah. Oh, Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah. Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah. Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve.
Om Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah.
Oh, Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve.
Namah Shri Guru Baba, Namah Shri Guru Jai Jai, Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namah Shri Guruve.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah.
Oh, Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah.
Namah Shri Guruve, Namo Namah.
Prem se Shri Guru Maharaj ki. Devotees, as I've been doing recently, giving quotations, examples of conversations between the Guru and other holy men and those who have this thirst for spiritual knowledge. So the conversation shifts now. Last week we spoke about the importance of faith. And if we don't have faith, how difficult it is to live comfortably and happily. The question now is, do we need God? And why? And devotees, first of all, 1/3 of the people in this world only 1/3 believe they really need God. So there are about 7 billion people or thereabouts. What is 1/3 of 7 billion? So what do the others believe in? Here what they believe in: theism, atheism, communism, paganism, subhumanism, humanism, authoritarianism, oh my God, and so much more. So when this statement was made, the young man asked, Guruji, this is puzzling to me. How come there is a God and man is a spiritual being that you have said so many a time, and yet only 1/3 of humans believe they need God? Guruji, you have also told me that God is the one who gave us life. So are they not aware of that? Don't they see the importance of that? And no one else could have done that. Parents gave birth, but it's God who gave us life. And these people are saying they believe in all of these isms. Guruji, they are substituting many isms for God. And God has no substitute. It's like in puja, you can't find gobari pada supari. You can't find the leaf. In Ganesh puja, you can't find the doob grass. You put the shami leaves. And so it goes on. There are many substitutes. But there's no substitute for God. And yet these people, and you told me also, Bidhatane Gyan Deta Hai, God has blessed us the faculty of thought, the powers of analysis. Bari Bhag Manustan power, that to be born as a human being, we are blessed. And here these people, they don't believe they don't need God. They are making substitutes for God. This is very strange to me. Then Guruji said, my son, there are those who prefer the laboratory to the Bedi. Now he's using wonderful, words to conjure up wonderful images in our mind. There's the laboratory and there's the Bedi. The Bedi deals with facts, it deals with devotion, it deals with belief, it deals with God. The laboratory deals with certain set principles. And nothing is wrong in that. We're not condemning anything. We're just listening to what Guruji is saying in a conversation. So there are those who believe in a laboratory as opposed to the Bedi. They spend hours and hours in the laboratory doing research and all sorts of things, but not sit at the Bedi and worship the Lord. And the Lord who gave the instruction, He says, think of me, serve me, honor me, worship me, and bow down to me. And yet these people, they are disobeying that instruction and they're focusing on the laboratory. Again, nothing mutually exclusive. Just follow as I'm saying, quoting from them. My son, there are those who believe in machines. There are those who believe in technology and not theology. And they believe in the laboratory and not the temple. Now, these are serious statements. So you know why this is happening? My son, man has many needs. We all know that. From basic needs go right back. The need for food, water, clothes, shelter, etc., etc. There are luxury needs also. There are emotional, social, and intellectual, psychological needs. And some have imaginary needs. Hear what Guruji is saying. Some have imaginary needs. And lastly, he puts it, and it's a powerful statement. My son, some have needless needs. Needless needs. Devotees. Those who want the best and success will see the need for God. Others look for the newest and the best and the latest needs that they are. However, our greatest need are our spiritual needs. Why? All the above needs I mentioned, they are temporary. Eventually they bring us down and they cause headaches. They bring rivalry, jealousy and hate and attachment, and think of those things, devotees. All the needs I mentioned a while ago, I didn't give them details, but those needs which are not spiritual needs, they bring headache, they bring rivalry, fighting, jealousy, hate, attachment, and so much more. True happiness lies in our spirituality. So our yearning should be for God. We should be crying for His vision, darshan. Kindle that flame in your heart, O son, and you will see the difference it makes. And devotees, the bhajan puts it beautifully, very simple. Ram charana sukhadayi sukhadayi, Ram charana sukhadayi sukhadayi, bhaju man Ram charana sukhadayi, bhaju man Ram charana sukhadayi. ध्रुव प्रहलाद सुदामा सुख गणिका गेध कसाई, भले बुरे सब कह लगे बरना, भले बुरे सब कह लगे बरना, राम चरण मन लाई, भजू मन राम चरण सुखदाई, भजू मन राम रूप में कृष्ण भेष में, भूखे भार हटाई, शिव सनकादि आदि ब्रह्मादिक, शिव सनकादि आदि ब्रह्मादिक, निगम नेति यश गाई, भजु मन राम चरण सुखदाई, भजु मन राम चरण सुखदाई. A few verses of the song. We have been hearing so much about Dhruv, Prahlad, Surama and all others. What eventually that they really sought in life, including Shivari, we can never forget it. Devotees, in the case of Prahlad, he could have inherited the mightiest kingdom at that time. Dhruv also. But what they chose God. Because they understood what life is all about and what God is all about, and how important the spiritual needs are. Go to Raman when Sri Ram was living at Ayodhya, and he had gone into the forest. What was the situation there? Tulsidas, like a light, had gone out. The people were bathed in the pangs of separation and grief and anguish, telling us in a very telling way that man minus God is misery. So if we want a life of purpose, a life of meaning, and we have said it so many a time, in times of distress and difficulties, what is your best friend? What will stand there for you, will always be there for you? Devotees, it's our courage, our faith, our belief. And as we said before, God. He has never left us, will never leave us. How can He leave when He's everywhere? And I use the example of the Murti. We have never seen a Murti walk out of a temple. But we see devotees do that. Devotees and so much more. So here, the Guruji is saying, my son, let that flame of devotion burn brightly within you. And now he gives an example of another Guru and a Chela. He says a Guru was sitting on the bank of the Yamuna river. He was praying. The Chela had 2 gold bracelets. And he went to Guruji and said, Guruji, I have brought these 2 golden bracelets for you. It's a sign of my love for you. Oh my God. Wonderful words. So he feels by giving Guruji 2 bracelets, that demonstrates his love for the Guru. But is that what Guru wants? Sri Ram said the same thing to Shiva in Ramayana. He says your education, your beauty, your family, your connections, your wealth is for you because you work for it and you deserve it and you need it, and that is what will help you to make life make sense. But for me, what matters? Adhamma dhamma dhammati naritin mahamai mati mangawari kah raghupati sunubhamini bata manu ek bhakti karnata. We keep saying this and it has to sink in someday, somewhere, someplace, somehow, devotees. In the eyes of the Lord is the love that we have for Him, the devotion we perform. That is what matters, that adds value to our lives. We think the material things add value. Yes, it adds material value. And again, notice my words, I'm very careful. I've never said don't take education, don't work hard, don't build yourself, don't accumulate, don't have a car, don't have a house, don't have a family. I never said that. I'm saying they serve their purpose and they're temporary, but they're supposed to take you to the higher goal, which is the goal of self-realization. And this is where we're all heading, because we came from Him to Him, we have to return. So devotees. But he thought this will demonstrate clearly to Guruji his love for him. So he gave him what happened, the 2 gold bracelets. He said, Guruji, this is for you, to demonstrate my love for you. Guru smiled. So he took up one and he began to throw it up in the air. But he knows what he's doing. He's sitting on the bank of the river. The water is flowing swiftly. And while throwing and throwing, eventually it fell in the water. Guru said, Beta, go quickly, go and find it. Go quickly, catch it, bring it for me. He dived. He searched as much as he could. He couldn't find the bracelet. So he came back, tired, drenched, soaked. Did you find it, my son? No, Guruji. Guru picked up the other one. And he began to throw it up again. Now this time he watching good. And devotees, same thing happened. He said, son, go for it, go for it. The boy didn't move. He said, Guruji, I told you I love you, I prefer stay with you. I will leave you to go for a golden bracelet. Understand them simple little comments? I will leave you to go for a golden bracelet, Guruji. I learned my lesson the first time I left you and I went for it. I didn't find it. I lost you and I lost the bracelet. But thank God you remained here. You didn't walk away. And now you have, the other one has gone. I'm not going for no golden bracelet. You're my Guru. I'm staying right here. Devotees. Guruji smiled. That this Chela had learned a lesson so quickly and then jumped into the river for the other bracelet. Devotees, then Guruji said, my son, I'm sure you want to know what this is all about. It's not that I don't appreciate gold. It's not that I don't appreciate your love. But that golden bracelet came like a wall between you and me. Understand what he's saying, devotees? He said that golden bracelet came like a wall between you and me. It separated you from me when you went in search of it. And that's not how it should be. Therefore, now there's no bracelet. There's only you and there's only me. Isn't that how it should be? Isn't that how it should be? Devotees. So the question being asked now by this other Guru, look at our lives, oh man. What are the walls in your life between you and God. Between you and, you could use anything, you and God, you and your guru, you and your parents, you and your brother, however, whichever term, whichever example you want to use. Here we're being told, remove the walls. Sri Ram built a bridge spanning that ocean. We had to build bridges. Sri Krishna Bhagwan put his hand from mountain to mountain. The Sudas could walk on it like a bridge. Hanuman used the name of Sri Ram like a bridge to go to Lanka. Devotees, we have to decide what is getting in the way between us and those who are near and dear to us. Between us and God. Even between us and the temple. Between us and our community. And so it goes on and on to various aspects of life. We can't go into all of them, explaining them. So devotees, he fell on the feet of Guruji, and Guruji embraced him. And devotees, the lesson is contained in this wonderful bhajan that we all heard from Pitaji so long ago. Hare Charanan me preet, Hare Charanan me preet, Hare Charanan me preet, Ay Hare Charanan me preet, to Hare Charanan me karo re mana, Hare Charanan me karo re mana. Hare Charanan me preet, Hare Charanan me preet, Hare Charanan me preet, Hare Charanan me preet, Hare Charanan me karo re mana, Hare Charanan me preet karo. आय बालापन हस खेल गमायो, गयो जवानी बीत, आन बुढ़ापो मौत शीस पर, आन बुढ़ापो मौत शीस पर, फिर क्यों भयो न चेत, करो रे मन हरि चरण में प्रीत, करो रे। काल करे सो आज ही कर ले, क्या तन की परतीत, कबल गमूढ़ मनोरथ बांधे, कबल गमूढ़ मनोरथ बांधे, आयुष होत व्यतीत, करो रे मन हरि चरण में प्रीत, करो रे राम नाम की ढाल बना ले, दया धर्म की भीत, फिर काल का क्या डर टोके, होसी सत्य की जीत। राम भजे सो राम का प्यारा, हे राम भजे सो राम का प्यारा, क्या दुश्मन क्या मीठा, क्या दुश्मन क्या मीठ। हरि को भजे हिरण्याक्ष रावण भी तर गया, उनकी या हीरे, तो उनकी या हीरे। करो रे मन हरि चरण में प्रेम, हरि चरण में प्रेम, राम चरण में प्रेम। करो रे मन हरि चरण में प्रेम, करो रे मन राम चरण में प्रेम। प्रेम से बोले श्री प्रभु रामचंद्र की। Devotees, the bhajan describes these different stages and phases of life. As a baby, we were taught of prayer. What was the wall there? And we're using wall in a various terminology, various ways. In that case, your needs were for comfort, for love, for protection, and warmth of the parents. So we can say in that sense, in a good sense, the parents and the love and your needs came like the wall between you and God, because you're not thinking of that yet. Then later on, as you begin to grow, what is it? Your friends, school, education, and other hobbies and so on. So that comes like a wall again between you and your devotion. And then later on, devotees, when there is marriage and whatever else, that comes like a wall. And then in old age, the sickness and all that goes with it comes like a wall. So if you look at it throughout, we are building walls. And the aim in life is to build bridges. Devotees, if we balance our lives, however, Tulsidas is saying, in the end, they always give us a solution, that we have to have a life of balance. Yes, I can work hard, but I can also pray. I must find time. Just as I find time for my work, I must find time for my devotion. Just as I find time for my family, I must find time for my God. As I find time for everything else, I must also find time for my devotion, for my temple, for my religion, and so much more. And if I live a balanced life like the two wings of a bird, it soars upward, forward, and Godward, so too I can move forward in life. But many of us want to move forward with one wing, and I never see a one-winged bird fly yet. So how we going to survive? How life will make sense? So devotees, this is very important. And the Guruji says, you know what's the wall between us and God? The needless needs. We think they are needs, but they are really needless. And he gives some interesting comments. A tree needs sun, it needs air, it needs water, it needs light. And yet a tree will get that and still die. It will still die. A person may have husband, wife, children, home, house, car, money, education, and his life could still be miserable. Miserable. You know why? Because the majority still have not understood and reached to the conclusion that my greatest need is my need for spiritual growth and development. My greatest need is the need for God. And if we all understand that, then all the comment being heard everywhere and about, this and that and the other. Like some now complain about, the attendance at temple, the number of devotees participating in competitions of a constructive nature. All of that will stop, because we will see that what I'm doing, and the beautiful thing, devotees, whatever we do is for me. If I do a good deed, it's for me, Yes, you benefit and you should. But at the end of the day, who stands to gain? If again this realization comes to us that whatever good we do, it is really helping ourselves. I am the important part in that. That I helping you, that I is an egoistic I. You present an opportunity for me to help, so I can now also help myself by helping you. If we see it that way, it becomes so much more meaningful. But he goes on to use two very powerful words. He says why this kind of thought is still uppermost in our minds. There's what we call the upadhis and the Vibhutis. These block our vision and they prevent our spiritual progress. Powerful statement from Guruji devotees. Upadhis and Vibhutis, they block our vision. And we all know if our vision is blocked, your drive and the rain start to fall very heavily, you can't see in front. Then where are you going? How will you go? Put on light, put on wiper, you still can't see. You're stopped. There you are stumped, you can't go forward. So too, I'm just giving a simple example using the weather. But we're speaking of life on the whole. Devotees, so our spiritual progress is prevented by these upadhis and vibhutis because they block our vision. And what do the scriptures say, devotees? Again, we heard this wonderful bhajan from Pitaji. There's a veil, remove it, O man. घोंघट का पत खोल, घोंघट का पत खोल रे तो ही राम मिलेंगे। घोंघट का पत खोल, घट घट रमता राम रमैया, घट घट रमता, घट घट रमता राम रमैया। कटुक वचन मत बोल, मत बोल, मत बोल रे तो ही राम मिलेंगे। घोंघट का पत खोल, रंग महल में दीप बरत है, आसन से मत दो हो तो कहते कबीर सुनो भाई साधु। कहते कबीर, ओ कहते कबीर सुनो भाई साधु। अनहद बाजत ढोल रे तो राम मिलेंगे। घोंघट का पत खोल, घोंघट का पत खोल रे तो राम मिलेंगे। घोंघट का पत खोल। प्रेम से बोले श्री प्रभु रामचंद्र की। So we are going into details, devotees. We all are the best judge. We all know what is it that's holding us back. We know our weaknesses. We know our strengths. We know what is blocking us from doing what we should do. So devotees, and we have it within us to remove it. We have it within us. So, Guruji is saying, son, open that third eye. devotees. And he says now, if we do not do that, then there are things that will begin to happen. And he gives examples, very relevant. He says floods, natural calamity, natural disaster, personal problems. He says these are some earthquakes, disappointment, frustration, failure, lack of fulfillment. I'm using his words, sickness. These will humble us and make us bow to the feet of the Lord. Do we want that? Do we have to, I put it, burn to learn? What is so difficult? We have 24 hours in one day. We sleep for 10 or maybe 8 or less or more. I don't know. We work for another 5, 6 or maybe 10 or more or less. We don't know. You work it out. How many hours are left to do what there is? And of those many hours, how many are given to the Lord? The Lord said in Bhagavad Gita chapter 18, fix your mind on me. Now look at how beautiful our religion is, it's not dogmatic. It doesn't put us down. Man puts us down. Bhagwan Krishna says, fix your mind on me. But it says, Karle Kam Bhajale Ram. As you do your duty, be mindful of God. If for hurt or harm none, cheat none, rob none. So if you live like this, you are serving the Lord. Because you are thinking of Him by acting in this way. In our case, of giving up everything and just sitting in a prayer room. That is good. There's a time for that also. We need that time of solace. That sanctuary where you can go and cut off from the world. And there only we see the pictures of the Lord, the murtis, the lighting diya. We smell the fragrant incense. We inhale that. We can do the japmala, perform havan. We can sing. We can read recite Ramayana. That is good. That is necessary. But devotees, how many of us really do that and for how many hours? There are yogis who right now perform meditation every day for 5, 6, even 8, 10 hours. They do this. When Bhagwan Shankar was asked by Goddess Parvati, who is Sri Ram? Explain him to me, about him to me. He dog Haritak for 2 hours, Shivaji, who is always in meditation. Mahayogin, for 2 hours, he went in meditation. Imagine we were to do this before we start reading. I open my eye, everybody gone? For 2 hours he internalized, and then he began to explain to Goddess Parvati. And devotees, let me just share a bit of research on the importance of meditation. I'm going to use some very technical term dealing with the human body, the brain. But at the end of the day, when you do it, you know it's good. During meditation, the thalamus is blocked, and very few sensations can pass to the cerebral cortex, resulting in a reduction of stress. The same is true. The same is also true when we do jap, when we say prayers, when we perform satsang, when we sing bhajans. The educated one, go and check where's thalamus in your brain. Where the cortex. The brain is a powerful instrument within all of us. But the thing again is covered by the skull and whatever else and whatever, so we don't understand it, we don't see it. So to the heart, so to the internal organs. We only see the outside. But if we begin to understand the inside, you will see the great benefit. So for more peace, more relaxation, greater control. Everywhere there's rage, everybody vexing, everybody have anger, everybody hurry, nobody can wait, we have forgotten all the civilities and polite ways of life. Devotees meditation calm down the whole system. It brings us back and makes us get in touch with our true nature, Satchit Anandamaya Swarup. Our true nature is of divine peace, divine bliss, and divine consciousness. Not otherwise. And we keep saying these things, and we'll have to keep saying it until devotees, we all see the benefit of it. So here, we are talking about the upadhis and the vibhutis. So what are the upadhis and the vibhutis? The upadhis are the attachments in relation to the world. Attachment of family to education to career, to social status, economic position, wealth, beauty, fame, friends, even attachment to drugs, even attachment to gossip, hate and jealousy. They cause us to forget our true nature, and I just said our true nature is Sat, Chit, Anand, and Maheswarup. That is what the upadhis are. And that's why we behave the way we are and what we're doing. What are the vibhutis? These are the powers and the privileges and the position we enjoy because of the upadhis. The sages say they are like toys. Now here how the sages come in. These are like toys. Now they give the example of the mother and the baby. They go shopping or the child sees a toy. The child is restless and cries incessantly until and unless he gets the toy. So mother now has to find the money and purchase that toy and give it to her daughter or her son. Devotees, when the child gets the toy, you forget mother clean. Or you can pull in she's skirt or sari or whatever she went, holding her hand, crying and bawling, mama, mama, mama. And when we hear the child's voice, we get weak as parents, because that's your maternal, paternal instinct. But then at the same time, you must show that you are in charge and in control. That everything you cry for and you get on for, I have to give it to you. So here now, when the child gets the toy, and it's good for all of us to know, the child forgets the mother. Forgets the mother, we know that. And after some time when the child plays with the toy and the child is fed up with the toy, he remembers his mother. He wants his mother now. And that's we know that. I'm not saying nothing new or different. So too we are. We play with toys all about. This and that. And when I say toys, I mean in inverted commas, if you know where I follow. We're playing with toys. And devotees, when we get burnt in this world, when people disappoint us, when people betray us, when people hurt us, then who else we can turn to? Where else can we go? What else can we do? Bhagwan. Bhagwan is here. And he was there all the time, you know. He was there all the time, looking at us. And you know what? God doesn't complain, you know. This is one thing about God. Walk away, say what you want, do what you want. He doesn't complain. He will never leave you. He's always there for you. Unlike how we behave. Devotees, Guruji knows what he's saying. And nothing could be more direct, more relevant and meaningful than this. Devotees, science and technology, Guruji is saying, has given us so many toys. And we all know what they are, from phone to, oh God, the whole set of gadgets. We are fascinated by them. And why not? The men, they help there to help us to make life more comfortable in many ways. So, we don't feel a need for God. Or the need for God is convenient. It's convenient. It's based upon my convenience. If I want to go, or if I want to go. You understand what I'm saying? When God, Lord says, think of Him, serve Him, we say, if I want to go, if I feel to go. And if I vex, I ain't going. And if last week I ain't get Persad, I ain't going. And these kind of things going on still, man. I don't know when we'll stop talking about this. Devotees. But again, as the Guruji said, the disappointment and frustration of life will run us straight back to the Lord. As the child, fed up with the toy, only one place he could go, to the mother. There is a beautiful, he uses the example of Mahatma Gandhi. Bapuji. When he died, shot by a Hindu fanatic, you know what he had? His possession, the leader of millions of people. He had a spinning wheel. He had a pair of slippers. He had a walking stick, his spectacles, a pen, a writing desk, a cup, a spoon. And the other said, means A and one. One. A spoon, a watch, a mala, and then we don't know about these three monkeys. One don't see, one don't hear, and one don't know. But we don't talk about the monkeys now. That's all Bapuji had. And those of you who go to India, when you go there, it shakes you up to realize what humility and simplicity is all about compared to us. That's why the statement, I cried when I had no shoes till I saw a man with no feet. Then I wake up. I wake up. Devotees. But what did he have? A heart of gold, a mind of discipline, and an enduring love for his people and for God. Enduring love for people, his people and God. And so, devotees, Guruji is concluding, just as a well without water, flowers without fragrance, a mind without strength, life without hope, living without faith, just as they serve no purpose, so to not realizing our greatest need is the need for God, we are living like a bird without wings. Therefore, my child, pray for your eyes to see good in all and to see God in all. Pray for a heart that is forgiving. Pray for a heart that is forgiving. Pray for a mind that forgets. Pray for a soul that never loses faith. Therefore, let there be a kind heart. Let there be a still tongue. Let there be a wise head. And then there'll be God's presence and God's consciousness. This is what I wish to share with you. Man needs God. And we have said it so many a time. Food, we need food. Food doesn't need us. We need air. Air doesn't need us. So do we need God. So the sages say chant. Chant. And in so doing, you help to remove the stress and so many other things. And you bring more God-conscious thoughts into your life. Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe 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 Govinda Gopal Radhe Jai Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe 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 Govinda Gopal Radhe
Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe 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 Govinda Gopal Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe Radhe
Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe
Oh Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe 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 Govinda Gopal Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe 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 Govinda Gopal Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe
Oh Radhe 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 Govinda Gopal Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe.
This mother is going to be operated upon. Before she goes into the theater, she looks at her husband. She looks at her children. And she went in. At that point in time, what mattered to her was her family. That is good, nothing is wrong in that. This man is flying, turbulent weather in the skies, announcement made, take all precautions, we're going to crash land. All kind of thoughts, all kind of things went through people's mind. When the survivors were interviewed, what went through your mind? They all said, I thought about God. That please let me live so I can continue my life. We have the five senses. We can see, we can touch, we can taste, etc., etc. They had a little discussion. We'll all leave the human body one day and see what will happen. So the hearing, the sense of hearing left the body still functions. The sense of sight left the body still functions. The sense of taste or the tongue then left the body still functions. The sense of touch left the body still functions. When the sense of breath or breathing was about to leave the body, all of them began to gasp. They said, no, you can't leave. If you leave, we'll all be dead. If we have come to that understanding and realization, and I was talking to myself, to all of us, but we need God every moment, every second, every day. And devotee, in our case, I said before, when I say we need God and we need to worship God, have to sit in a temple night and day. It's not that. As you travel, recite mantras. As you see the beautiful sunshine, Jai Suru Devata. You see the river, Jai Gangama. You see a cow, Jai Gauma. You see the greenery, Jai Shakambari Devi, fruits, etc. And so you move on. Everything you color it with divinity. That's what the sages have done, to make us more aware and conscious about God. Everything they have put into it. If we're singing again, it might be a spiritual exercise. Because the idea is, why do we have so many occasions? When Shivratri done, we go to another one. Some complain, it's like, this thing will never done. Every day is something to celebrate and have a fast again, whatever. Because they know how the mind is. The mind is flighty. 40 to 50,000 thoughts a day or a month or whatever it might be. How many upon God? So the sages have created these wonderful occasions, so we'll always be God conscious and therefore serve Him, worship Him, bow down to Him, think of Him, as He says. And Bhagwan says, if you do so, I shall be there for you. My grace will be upon you. My blessing will be upon you. Therefore, devotees, the message is we need God. And don't only say what I say, you have to begin to experience it. You have to feel it. Because in spirituality, it's the experience that matters. We can speak as eloquently as we can and give you all the different kinds of information. If I have not experienced it, then it's just words. When I experience it, nobody can confuse me, corrupt me, convert me, or tell me otherwise. So therefore, devotees, you're on that journey to experience godliness. May you be successful. Prem se bole Shri Sita Ramachandra ki. Now, who does know Meera? Karan is here too. We're happy to have him. And despite all the difficulties and challenges, this lady stands up as a pillar of strength. She's like a mighty oak tree. A leaf will fall here, a branch will fall here, but she stands strong in her faith, in her belief. And she, no matter what, and I don't want to talk about what she experienced in life, is what nobody would like to experience. To lose your near and dear one so early in such a way. But she held on to her faith, her belief. And her husband in his own way supported her. And so Meera your Lady Mira and the historical Mira. Yeah, you gave your life to the Lord, and it was wonderful indeed. And more than that, devotees, you know, Mira is a very talented person. She could real act. She had done so many a time when we had incidents here. Whereas the old lady was, whatever it is, she fitted in very beautiful and normally and naturally. So Mira, we appreciate you and wish you all the best on that special day. And Karan, you have a gem boy. Take care of her. And God has blessed you all with some wonderful grandchildren. How much? Two grandchildren. So you're blessed with your grandchildren. Take care of them, take care of yourselves. And we'll continue to move together to serve the Lord. So blessings to you all. So devotees, this is what we wish to share with you this evening.
दास जनों की संगत जन में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे पल पावे दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरि माता पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहो के सखी स्वामी शरण गहो के सखी तुम बिन और न दूजा तुम बिन और न दूजा आश करो जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरि तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरि तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता दीन दयालु कृपालु दीन दयालु कृपालु कृपा करो भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरि तुम हो एक अगोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति किस विधि मिलो दया में किस विधि मिलो दया में तुमको मैं कुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरि दीन बंधु दुख हरता
बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, आर शक्ति स्वाहा माता की जय, उड़ैसा जगन्नाथ की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, बोले श्री गुरु महाराज की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की शुभ मस्तु कल्याण मस्तु। आपको धन्यवाद, सच्चे आशीर्वाद। आप लोग बैठ जाएंगे। पाहिमाम त्राहिमाम ओम तत्सत। शक्ति शरणम। Blessings to all.